In the world of currency, few things seem more ordinary than a small copper coin. A UK 2p coin from 2012, just 2p in value, may not draw attention, but behind its dull shine lies a fascinating story of change, heritage, and hidden worth. And when you weave that story with the world's biggest dream machine, the Powerball lottery, it becomes a tale of fate, chance, and destiny that mirrors the very nature of fortune itself. The UK 2p coin, first issued in 1971 during Britain's decimalisation, was more than just a coin. It marked the beginning of a new financial era. By 2012, the design had already evolved. The reverse side carried part of the royal shield, a clever piece of art that, when combined with other denominations, formed the complete shield of the United Kingdom. On the obverse, the image of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, stood firm, representing continuity and tradition. These coins were minted in copper-plated steel, replacing the older bronze ones to cut costs. Yet each one carried a tiny metallic heart that had touched millions of hands across markets, buses, pubs, and schools. In 2012, amid a rapidly changing world, the 2p coin became a symbol of resilience, small, common, yet enduring. Now think about that same year, 2012, a year of immense hope and dreams. In America, Powerball was already turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. The game was simple yet magical. Pick 5 numbers from one pool and a single Powerball from another, and wait as the results roll in on a glowing TV screen. People around the world followed the massive headlines. Powerball jackpot hits $587 million. 2 lucky ticket holders in Missouri and Arizona shared that record-breaking prize. Just like that, 2 people who once stood in line like everyone else were catapulted into unimaginable wealth. It's this element of chance, the same randomness that determines which coin you get in your change, that ties Powerball to the story of the humble 2p. Imagine this: a man in London pocketing a 2012 2p coin after buying a cup of tea. He tosses it into a jar at home, where it joins hundreds of others, forgotten, gathering dust. A year later, the same man hears about a Powerball jackpot making millionaires overnight. He buys a ticket online more as a joke than a plan, using the numbers that somehow connect to his coin, perhaps the digits in its minting year 2012, or the order he picked up the coin. The draw night comes and he sits there with his heart pounding, the same way millions of Powerball hopefuls do every week. The numbers flash on the screen. One matches, then another. The dream lives for a few precious moments. He doesn't win the jackpot, but the thrill stays with him. That little coin in the jar, now it feels different. It's a symbol of luck, of timing, of life's unpredictable dance between chance and destiny. From a historical perspective, the 2012 2p coin wasn't rare. Millions were minted by the Royal Mint in South Wales. Yet, collectors sometimes hunt for specific minting errors. Double strikes, misaligned dies, missing letters, which can turn an everyday coin into a valuable collectible. Some error coins from the 2010 to 2013 era have fetched prices far beyond face value, especially those with design anomalies like the old new pence, text accidentally used after 1982, or coins missing parts of the shield. To the untrained eye, these details seem trivial, but for numismatists, they're treasure maps, proof that even in the mass-produced world, uniqueness survives. Just like the Powerball, where 1 in hundreds of millions can hold the winning combination, the rare coin too becomes a 1 in a million find. So what connects a Powerball ticket and a 2012 2p coin? Both are embodiments of hope. The idea that something small, something ordinary could suddenly change your fate. A Powerball ticket might transform your future in a night. A tiny coin might reveal itself as a hidden minting error worth hundreds or thousands to a collector. Both rely on chance, both capture dreams, and both remind us how fragile yet thrilling the balance between reality and luck truly is. There's also a philosophical beauty in this connection. The Powerball draws numbers with cold mechanical precision, balls tumbling in air, bouncing and colliding, until fate picks its winners. The Royal Mint, too, uses precise industrial presses, each striking blank metal discs thousands of times per minute. Yet in both, imperfections can occur, and those imperfections are where the magic happens. In Powerball, it's the lucky combination. In coin minting, it's the rare error. Both are accidents that create value, just as life itself often rewards us through unexpected, uncontrollable moments. As the 2012 2p coin continues to circulate in pockets and jars across Britain, most people overlook it. But to a keen eye, each one has a story. Maybe it was used by a child to buy candy, by a traveler for a bus fare, or by a dreamer who once checked Powerball results on their phone late at night. Every coin carries
ये
history.
ट्राई नहीं
Every
तकरीबन
scratch
15
tells of
लगाते हैं
time
सारे.
spent in human hands. And maybe, somewhere, a rare 2012 two pence still lies unnoticed, waiting just like a winning ticket for its moment to shine. In the grand story of luck and life, the Powerball lottery and the UK two pence coin are two sides of the same coin, literally and metaphorically. One lives in glittering headlines, the other in quiet pockets. Yet both whisper the same truth. Sometimes fortune hides in plain sight. Whether you chase the billion-dollar draw or treasure a small copper coin, the dream remains the same, to find meaning, surprise, and maybe even destiny in the smallest corners of
और
everyday
जनाब
life.
The 2016 Canada 5-cent coin is one of those hidden treasures that most people have never paid attention to. A small silver-colored piece that quietly rests in pockets, jars, and drawers, but carries within it a mystery that only a few collectors in the world have discovered. At first glance, it looks just like any other nickel, with the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, surrounded by the words Elizabeth II DG Regina, and on the other, the iconic beaver sitting proudly on a log, symbolizing the hard work, strength, and natural spirit of Canada. But behind this simple design lies a fascinating secret. When the Royal Canadian Mint struck these coins in 2016, some of them came out with rare and unexpected errors, minting mistakes that transformed a regular 5-cent piece into a potential collector's jackpot. Some of these coins showed what experts call a double die error, where the details of the design, the numbers, letters, or even the beaver itself, appear slightly doubled or shadowed under close light. It's subtle, invisible to most, but to those who know what to look for, it's the sign of a rare and valuable coin. Others revealed die cracks, thin, lightning-like lines that formed during the striking process, stretching across the surface like scars of creation, beautiful imperfections that only increase the coin's worth. A few 2016 nickels even displayed an unusual difference in their magnetic properties. Normally, these coins are made of nickel-plated steel, meaning they should stick to a magnet, but some rare pieces don't. These non-magnetic variants are believed to have come from a test batch or an unnoticed composition change, and those are worth far more than ordinary ones. Then there's the shine. Collectors notice that some 2016 coins have an unusually bright, mirror-like finish, while others look slightly dull or toned with a golden hue. These differences might have been caused by an uncalibrated minting press or by polishing variations, but whatever the reason, they make certain coins stand out as accidental masterpieces. Under magnification, some 2016 coins even showed doubling in the letters of Regina or slight unevenness in Queen Elizabeth's portrait, a faint shadow effect that experts believe came from a shifted die during the minting process. And that small difference, that almost invisible mistake, is exactly what transforms a simple coin into a rare collectible. Collectors and treasure hunters across Canada and beyond have been hunting for these error coins, and many have sold their finds online for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A certified mint state 2016 5-cent coin with a visible double strike or metal anomaly has fetched up to $2,500 in private sales. Even more intriguing, a few coins have shown rainbow-like natural toning, shimmering colors of blue, gold, and violet formed by oxidation over time, which adds a breathtaking beauty and increases collector value. What makes the 2016 batch even more mysterious is that the Royal Canadian Mint has never officially confirmed any of these variations. That's why experts call these the silent secrets of the mint, coins that slipped through the system unnoticed but became legends among collectors. Imagine opening an old wallet or piggy bank and realizing that the small coin sitting there for years might actually be worth thousands. People have done it, real collectors, real stories, selling what once seemed worthless.
Pakistan's 25 paisa coin, a small yet iconic piece of the nation's monetary history, carries a story that stretches far beyond its simple metal form. This coin, minted during the decades when paisa coins still had real purchasing power, stands as a symbol of the changing times, inflation, and economic transformation that Pakistan went through. The 25 paisa coin was introduced after the decimalization of the Pakistani rupee system, which replaced the older ana-based system that existed before 1961. The rupee was divided into 100 paisa, and coins like the 1, 2, 5, 10 and 25 paisa were introduced for everyday transactions. The coin you see in this image, with beautiful Urdu inscriptions and the number 25 written in both Arabic and Western numerals, represents a time when such coins were used widely in markets, schools, and transport. Children would buy candy with a few paisas and people would pay for a bus ride with just 25 paisa, a time long gone but deeply nostalgic. The particular design of this coin features Urdu calligraphy that states Hukumati Pakistan, and in the center, the Hijri year 1413, which corresponds to around 1992 to 1993 AD, showing that this piece was struck during a crucial period of Pakistan's economic adjustment. The coin was made of copper-nickel alloy, giving it a metallic shine that has now turned slightly dull due to age, but still carries immense value for collectors. With the passage of time, coins below 1 rupee were discontinued as inflation rose, and the paisa denomination slowly disappeared from daily life. Today, this 25 paisa coin is no longer in circulation, and it's considered a vintage collectible among numismatists, coin collectors who preserve the historical and cultural journey of currencies. What makes this coin even more special is its rarity and pristine condition. Most coins from that era were heavily circulated and damaged, but if you have a piece with clear inscriptions and less wear, it could be valued much higher than its original worth. On auction websites and collector forums, some versions of this coin, especially those with minting errors, misalignments, or unique metallic tones, have fetched prices between 500 to 5,000 Pakistani rupees depending on the condition. Beyond its price, the 25 paisa coin reflects Pakistan's story of resilience, from the early years after independence to the modernization of its economy. Each coin, held by millions of hands, carries the untold stories of the people who once used it daily, from a shopkeeper's counter to a child's pocket full of hopes. Even though modern Pakistan no longer uses paisa coins, these little pieces remain reminders of a simpler time. Holding this coin feels like holding a piece of the 20th century, a connection to our past, economy, and everyday life that built the foundation for today's Pakistan. For collectors around the world, the Pakistani 25 paisa coin is not just metal. It's memory, heritage, and history compressed in a circle of copper-nickel. So next time you find one of these coins lying forgotten in an old drawer or inherited from your elders, know that you are holding a story worth telling, a story that belongs to the heart of Pakistan.